How's it going, peeps? You guys know what time it is, and if you don't, it is now time for another WrestleMania 29 match card prediction video. If you're new to this series, or to these videos, or to this channel, it's basically me going over what matches I think will take place at WrestleMania this year. I posted up a bunch of these, this being the 8th one. The previous one being Big Show, Sheamus, and Randy Orton versus The Shield. If you watched that video, you were probably expecting this as the next WrestleMania match card prediction video. And if you were, then hey, you're right about that. But hey, don't get too crazy about it. You know, I mean, you got it right, but it was kind of obvious. Anyways, jokes aside, Ryback versus Mark Henry. I think this is a match a lot of us, you know, well, not initially, but, you know, during the past couple of weeks on Raw and SmackDown, I think a lot of us, you know, in our minds were like, okay, looks like we might not have Ryback teaming up with Randy and Sheamus anymore, and we might just get Ryback versus Mark Henry. I know I initially predicted Ryback teaming up with Randy and Sheamus versus The Shield, and I know so far at this time, at this current time, that match is supposed to take place at WrestleMania. It's announced. It's on WWE.com. I know I've said that multiple times now, but it is. And while it is official for the moment, I don't think that's going to last. I don't think that match is going to take place at WrestleMania, especially not after what happened on SmackDown. If you guys watched SmackDown this week, I mean, yes, Sheamus, Randy, they recruited Ryback as their third teammates in that 6-man tag team match for WrestleMania. And yes, the Shield also attacked Ryback, you know, in his match against Mark Henry. But what happened afterwards is the reason why I think Ryback's not going to go after the Shield. He's going to take himself out of that matchup and go after Mark Henry. At least that's what I think. Since after the matchup, after the Shield already attacked Ryback and took him out, Mark Henry decided to go back in the ring and hit him with not one, not two, but 3 World's Strongest Slams. And it's not just what happened on SmackDown that's made me think this match will take place, but ever since that stare down on Raw, I was like, okay, you know what? This Ryback versus the Shield match might not happen after all. Because, okay, let me go back to the tag team matchup Ryback, Chris Jericho, and Sheamus had against the Shield. After that matchup, Ryback he went away from the whole Shield thing and went back to beating people up in singles matches that really have nothing to do with the Shield, while Big Show, he was kind of inserted into that Shield storyline, and, you know, he got involved and knocked out Roman Reigns and all that good stuff. And then, you know, you had the stare down between Ryback and Mark Henry, Ryback having his match, winning in a quick fashion, and then Mark Henry coming out right away and staring down Ryback, and then, you know, himself making quick work of, I believe it was Zack Ryder beating him in a one-on-one matchup, kind of trying to outdo Ryback. And then on SmackDown, they had a backstage stare down, and on Raw, they had Ryback attacking Drew McIntyre, hitting the Shell Shock, and then Mark Henry coming out, not for a matchup, but to try and outdo Ryback by hitting the World's Strongest Slam on Drew McIntyre. Then Ryback tries to do the same by hitting another Shell Shock, and then Mark Henry hits another World's Strongest Slam on Drew McIntyre, and they have another stare down, this time with them exchanging some words. Bottom line, it seems like Ryback and Mark Henry is bound to happen. It didn't happen on SmackDown because of the Shields, so I think it's going to happen at this year's WrestleMania. And I believe I recall a couple months back, there were talks or rumors. There were rumors of maybe Ryback facing off against the Big Show for a WrestleMania moment. Maybe he lifts up the Big Show for the Shell Shock. Unlike John Cena's first WrestleMania, the big WrestleMania moment, lifting up the Big Show for the Attitude Adjustment for the first time ever. But now with Big Show being involved with the Shields and Mark Henry returning and having these stare downs with Ryback dominating since his return, not losing a single matchup apart from the Elimination Chamber where they needed like 3 guys to eliminate him, and this qualification loss on SmackDown, which was because of the Shield. You can have these 2 dominating superstars face off, and I think the question on everybody's mind would be, can Ryback lift up Mark Henry for the Shell Shock? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, as always, you can click that like button, I'd really appreciate it. And with that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.